Well. Another year has passed, and we are off to 2024. And welcome to my very first top 5 best and worst anime films. And we're going to be starting for 2023. And also, guys, yes, this is my very first time doing this on this channel. I'm not really surprised if I were you. But anyway, guys, so we are gathered here today and talk about how we've been going through for some anime movies. And I understand that, been a lot chaotic from this year, especially the freaking strike, if you remember from Hollywood. But thank God that was done. But I don't want to keep talking about that crap, so yeah, we're moving on with that. But back to the anime movies, we've been having some really great ones lately, and some of them was just a little bit bad. But overall, that doesn't mean this movie was a little bit of a disappointment. But we've been having some great, wonderful movies out there this year too. Sure, I'm only counting like top 5 best and worst in my opinion, but overall, it will be a little bit fun how it goes. So, but before we get started, guys, you know what the drill is. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell video. And as always, guys, we are going to get to the top 5 best and worst anime films in 2023. Which ones are going to be in the worst list, and which ones are going to be on the best list. So here's how we're going to do this. I am going to be doing the worst list first. And after the worst list, I will do the honorable mentions. And before the honorable mentions, we will get to the best list. And before we get started, guys, I'm Lion Richard Swaggle, and welcome to the top 5 best and worst anime films in 2023. Okay, for number 5, so this one's going to be a little bit trickier. It's not really bad, but I haven't really much seen the previous 2 movies, and I guess you probably know what that is. If you remember the books and everything, and I'm pretty much sure you guys probably know what that is. And the number 5 was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever, the Christmas one. Yeah, to be honestly, it's not really a bad movie to be honest, but good grief, this one was really something. It's not really a bad movie or anything, but it was just a run over the place. The plot was a little bit different, especially what Greg was trying to get for his gift and everything, but that doesn't mean how this movie was going to fit. Their parents, their family had wanted to have their holiday spirits. And not only because they was a little bit on time to go to jail, but Greg wants to get that game he wants all this time, and you know he was peeking at it? Pretty stupid, huh? And to be honest, I haven't really seen the previous 2 movies of these anime movies. I know they might be bad, but for this one, however, I understand some of you guys think this is not really that bad as the previous 2, but I found this movie was a little bit mediocre, to be honest. And I mean, I'm not saying it was not really that bad, but it was a little bit bad as it is. And I'm not saying it was really the worst thing I've ever seen from this movie, but I haven't really seen the previous 2. But overall, I didn't really care about this movie that much. But sure, I still enjoyed the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book and the live action movies. But for the anime movies, however, yeah, that doesn't really much fit with the live actions. And I already know there's going to be another one coming out next year. It's probably going to be The Long Haul. And don't get me started on that live action movie. Nope. But I understand this movie, however, was about to be talking out for Christmas stuff and probably the love and giving to their family. And they've been Cabin Fever, Snow Wind. So what do you expect this movie was supposed to be? And also, that elf doll over there was really creepy. Creepy as hell. And I'm not going to be saying that much probably of that. That doll was really creepy, as you may know of it. And I'm not going to get started on that. Sure, I know the actors try their best, and have you heard that Greg's voice got replaced and changed, especially Wackley? Well, you know. Yeah, their voice is a little bit diff off the notch. I don't blame the actors, but please make sure they tried what they could do. And to be honest, I don't know what to tell you guys about this movie, but even though Diary of a Wimpy Kid would may have a good Christmas special, if it wasn't for these anime movies that keep coming around in the first place. Even though Greg could do a little bit better and everything, it would have been a lot worse. Okay, for number 4, guys, I pretty made sure that not a lot of you people may not like this or anything, and Peel fan, if you're watching this, I'm sorry that I have to tell you this, man, and I hate to tell you guys this, but I did not like the Mantis Ladybug as a Cat Noir in the movie at all. It was a really big disappointment. I used to be really excited when I first saw this, especially I was really excited when I first saw this movie, but it got ruined for some things. One, some of the characters are side characters, some of them were a little bit of Mantis friends except Arya and Neo, and Chloe and Sabrina. And 2, this was taking place from season 1, and speaking of which, why is Luca in this movie for no reason? He's supposed to be here for season 2, not season 1. I get because people want to make the money! For reasons, for goodness sakes. And to be honest, first of all, some of the background characters are so annoying, and I'm not going to talk about much about why. And for the songs, the 4th ones, like all the songs or whatever, they are so annoying. And I don't even care about almost all of them at all. The only song I only like is the Hawkmoth one, and that's probably it. And what was the big issue of these songs? It's because some of the actors got replaced from the songs. I mean, at least UK brought the original actors from the show to do voice acting, but not singing? What was the point of that? We did not even need a musical nipple. Like, that doesn't really need, we did not need a musical nipple at all. Sure, I don't care what you guys think, but this is my personal opinion. Overall, this movie was really disappointed, and I used to give it a 4.5 out of 10 because it was just so disappointed. And the ending of the movie, however, oh god, they could have just ended off with a season finale of the TV show, not around the movie. But congratulations, people, you have spoiled the whole ending of the movie, and I'm not going to tell you guys why, if you haven't seen the movie yet. But still, this movie was just so disappointing bad. And I will give you this. It would be a lot better if this was still a TV series. But overall, even though I still love Mantis Ladybug when I was little and everything, just stick with the TV show instead of the movie. Because the movie is just big disappointed. And I'm not going to keep talking about this any longer. Let's move on. Number 3. Oh god, here we go. The Monkey King. Yeah, this movie was just pretty went over the place, and I'm not gonna keep talking about why I didn't like this movie that much. Not really a big fan of it, to be honest. I just saw this movie today, and I know I was supposed to do a review of it, but god, this was something. Sure, the animation's fine, but some of the characters' faces are a little bit weak. I'm not going to really talk about much of how that goes, but this movie was about a Monkey King who wants to just beat the empire and everything. Now, I used to be a little bit curious about this one when I first saw this news about it, especially when I saw a little bit of it. But, good god, I understand it from anybody from Netflix, of course. But for goodness sakes, some of the characters were so weak. Especially the main character with the girl, whatever her name was. They were just weak characters of all time, and I'm not going to talk about why. I'm talking about the main characters, make sense of it. As for the rest of the characters, just a little bit each and every whatever, they don't get much screen time. And also, I guess this movie would be a lot better if it wasn't for the dang problems of it. The writing and the story was a little bit weak. The writing was really weak as well. I'm not going to really talk about how bad it was, but it was so weak. I'm not going to talk about how bad this movie is, but I know Netflix has been having a terrible year for these movies. Well, except 2 of them. But the rest of these 2 right here, Mantis Ladybug and The Monkey King, were just not really great movies this year. And you know, I understand this Monkey King was talking. I don't know what to say about this. I'm sorry, I have a hard time with speaking my words out. This movie was just really all over the place. And I mean, yeah, the story and the plot was just very weak in that and writing script. I mean, the voice actors did a good job what they could do, of course. I mean, I don't blame them. But the actor, the girl who, I forgot her name was, the one who been screaming her head off all the time in these movies, was just so annoying. I'm not really blaming the actor for that, but that's just a little bit weak. And to be honest, it would have been a lot worse when this movie even was on the number 2 spot if it gets so annoying. But thanks to the animation, it really fits better with it. But the characters and the story and everything was just really weak. But hey, the ending of the movie, however, was just something. I mean, I get it was like 500,000 years ago or whatever, but seriously, that was just something. I don't even care about this movie. Let's just move on. Okay, so on number 2, guys, there was a movie I haven't really much seen yet, and you know what? I just don't care. Just put it up. Yep, the sequel of Paw Patrol. And you know what? I'm not gonna keep talking about why about this video because I haven't really seen this movie. Sure, the first movie is still bad or anything. I don't even care about the first movie. But for the sequel, however, yeah, I just don't care about it. And to be honest, I didn't really ask for a sequel of this, especially how the movie wants to see. Now look, I haven't really seen the full movie to this, and the reason why I put it on the second spot because I did not ask for a sequel to this. Sure, the only people who love seeing this movie is just the kids. Sure, kids could love this movie, so I don't blame it for that. But I don't even care about Paw Patrol at all. I'm not really a big fan of this franchise. I don't care about the franchise. Paw Patrol is just like Teen Titans Go. Yeah, the show is to continue like that. But seriously, I just don't really care anymore of it, and especially the sequel. I already know there's going to be a full movie coming up to this garbage, so what do you expect? So you know what? I don't even care anymore. I mean, I'm too old for this crap for this, and I know kids will love this movie, just in case how it is. So yeah, I'm not going to keep talking about this any longer. So yeah, I already know they're going to make a full movie to this, and especially I'm not going to be too excited for it. I'm just done with this stupid franchise. Let's just keep going. Okay, we made to number 1 worst anime film in 2023. I know a lot of you people may like this movie, and some of you love The Boys banner. And there's a big fan, Trolls World Tour. The fan tour, the one guy who keeps winning Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse and everything. I'm not gonna talk about him. Good grief. You know what? Just put it up. It's Trolls Band Together. I did not ask for another sequel of Trolls. And I mean, I did not even ask for another sequel of this garbage. Did we ask for another sequel of Trolls? I know some of the fans do because they want money! But absolutely not. Because I did not ask for another sequel of Trolls. And I mean, I'm just really getting tired. This franchise keeps going. Hey, remember the Boss Baby got 2 sequels in that? Yeah, got a stupid TV series as well? Yeah, the Trolls have the same thing as well. And you know what? I don't even care about the previous 2 movies. It doesn't really matter. I just don't care about them at all. And if you remember my movie review about this, I just don't really care how this movie is. I'm really getting tired of this franchise. I remember that Ant-Man was talking about this too, and I don't blame him. But seriously, I am getting tired of this franchise, especially how bad Trolls is these days. I mean, come on, DreamWorks did really great last year with Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, and The Bad Guys. But no! Let's go down the way bottom again with Trolls, huh? And Ruby Gilman. Well, Ruby Gilman ain't that bad, but still. But for Trolls 3, however, yeah, that one was just bad. And overall, I pretty made sure, there was a lot of people who love The Boys then, of course, especially the villains as well. I mean, what is wrong with you people? I mean, you do realize this franchise is going nuts? But listen, I get it, people love the franchise. Well, not everybody, but for me, however, I don't. But look, I respect your opinions if you love this movie or anything, but for me, I'm not a Trolls person. And speaking of which, don't get me started with Trolls World 2 2001 because I'm not going to deal with him with his fan tour things. And to be honest, he loves Trolls, however, I don't care about it. So yeah, that movie's still garbage. But overall, I don't even care about Trolls. And I mean, I don't care. I mean, sure, the animation's fine and the songs were all good and okay. But I just don't really care about this movie. It doesn't really matter for me. And I already know they're going to be making a full movie to the franchise. Oh boy, Hollywood, I can't wait to see what you got for your money. Seriously, I'm not really excited for that when it comes out. Seriously, if you're going to make a full movie to this garbage, I'm not going to be too excited for it. So, whatever you want to do, I'm just really done with Trolls. This franchise is really getting on my nerves. And seriously, the Boss Baby's the same thing as well. To be honest, should never exist. And you know what? I don't care what you guys say about this movie. It's your personal opinion. I understand your opinion as well. But I just don't care about the characters at all. Especially I don't even care about the story and the plot. And the villains are just something, to be honest. Sure, whipping off the Cupheads and the wacky cops to the rubber holes. But for goodness sakes, it's just really bad how this movie was. I mean, DreamWorks used to be so good last year, and it's just not really great. And DreamWorks done a lot better last year, so now this year just been sucked in the head. And I'm just really getting tired of this franchise. I'm just so done with this one. Trolls Band Together, the #1 worst anime film in 2023, in my opinion. Now, before we get to the other mentions, we have 5 of them. And before I get to it, guys, they're not really bad movies. Some of them are really great and awesome at the same time, but I got some other movies that are much better, they're much more better. Overall, let's get to it. The first up I got is Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. Hey, it's at least a lot better than Trolls Band Together, but overall, this movie was good as I imagined, it's fine as it is. But for the box office, though, it's down in the bottom. But overall, I know some people might not like this movie, and some of you guys doesn't care much of it. I know some of you guys like it too, but for me, however, it's a really good movie. Sure, the story's a little bit weak, and sometimes the animation's a little bit weird, but overall, and I'm talking about like the character human designs, they're a little bit weird in that. But overall, it's still a really good movie for some children, I guess, if they love it or anything, but whatever, it's best for you. Overall, it's still a fine movie. The next up I got is Under the Boardwalk. Hey Palmouth, you do realize you hired this movie for no reason and you should not even hire it from no place? Well, you should not even done that in the first place. So anyways, Under the Boardwalk, it was a really great movie. Some of you all might not agree with me, but it's not really the best Paramount movie either. It's still a good movie. Sure, I still enjoy the animation and the songs, however, they're really good. But how it was, however, it's still great as it is. Sure, it's not really the best, but it's still really great Paramount movie out there. But I recommend you guys check that movie out, it's really good. The next one I got is Migration. I know Migration just came out this month, and hey, it was really good. I actually really enjoyed the animation, especially the ending of the movie and that. And I mean, yeah, the story was really good at how teach helping families lessons and everything. I don't blame Humiliation for that, and Entertainment for it, but they did a really good job with this movie. I don't blame them for it. Yeah, it's not really it's still a little bit okay. The more movie is still a lot better than the Migration. But overall, I still really enjoy Migration. Overall, it's still a great movie, so here's the point. The next up I have here is Witch. Now, before you guys get on me or anything, I don't want to put it on the best list. I mean, Wish was a really great movie. I don't know why people hate this movie for no reason. I mean, we understand that Disney's Warner Bros. Studio was really the best one from 100 years of Disney. Warner Bros. Was really worse, all because of Teen Titans Go. But overall, Disney, however, done a lot better than Warner Bros., believe me. Especially how, Wish was still a really great movie. I don't know why people doesn't like it, but for me, however, it's really great. And I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah, I know some of you guys don't care about my opinion or anything, but I respect your opinion if you don't like Wish or anything. But overall, it's still a really great movie. What do you expect? It's still a great movie. Great as it is. The next one I have is Elemental. Now, I know Pixar's been picking up their feet and everything, and they've been having to go back to the time and that. But Elemental was a really great movie. I really enjoyed the fire, the clouds, and the winds and everything like that, and water, and Compound Ghetto, how it goes for Pixar. What do you expect? It's Pixar. It's a really great story for how it goes. But overall, it's still a little bit great to see how, when Pixar is getting up to their feet and everything. But overall, it's still a really great movie. Not really bad or anything, and overall, it's still fun as it is. The next up, before I do, overall, Elemental is a really awesome, great movie, by the way. I recommend you all check it out. I know it's not on the best list for this, in my opinion, but it's still a really awesome movie. Coming up next is the Imaginary Elephant. Actually, the Magic Elephant, kind of like that. Magic Elephant, yeah, whatever called. Now, this movie was a little bit boring, to be honest. But I know some of the animation was good in that, and yeah, some of the animation was fine ending, but it's still okay as it is. So I can give you that as a sample of it, but it's still fun as it is. Sure. I mean, the animation's fine, but some of the characters and the story was a little bit boring. But it's not really the bad. I was gonna put it on the worst list, but there's a little bit more worse list than that. I mean, if I haven't seen Paw Patrol the My movie, I should have put a tie #1 spot with Troy Ben together. But overall, it's a little bit these honorable mentions for me. But overall, it's not really a bad movie. I know it's a little bit heartwarming, but it's a little bit bad. But overall, I should have put it in the #5 spot for the worst list of it, but overall, it's still fun as it is. But not a really bad movie, but it was a little bit boring at the same time. But overall, it's fine, I guess. The next movie I have got is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Now, I really liked this movie. It was really good seeing how the Turtles become teenagers, especially how it was in this movie. This was actually taking place when they were teenagers. But overall, it's still really great to see them as teenagers. Even though they're really great to see how it would go for the teenager ones. And you already know how it all goes. I really enjoy some of the voice acting, especially Ice Cube and everything, especially some of the teenagers. But overall, it's still a really great movie to check out. It's really good. It's really awesome at the same time as well, so I recommend you all check that out today. Even though I am not really a biggest TMNT fan, but I really enjoyed this movie. Okay. Anything else I need to think of before I get to the top 5 best? Let me guess. Hold on. So, Oh, hey, there's only one more left. Five Nights at Freddy's, The Movie. Now, before you guys get on me or anything, I know this is not really an anime movie. I know this is supposed to be a live action movie. But why did I put this one on the list? Well, I will give you this why. It's because this was taking place from the video games, of course, especially from the anime games of it too, and you get the point how it goes for it. But the reason why I put it on the honorable mention is just because if it was on the best list, it would be awesome. But if it wasn't for the weakest story, and especially some of the character acting, however, and finessing in this movie for no reason, none of that would even happen. But overall, it's still a really great and decent movie. But I don't find this movie to be bad or anything. It's still good at the same time. Overall, I mean, it's decent, I guess. But it would be a lot worse if this movie comes out a little bit different, more better of it. But overall, it's still a good movie. But it's still okay as it is. Even though I used to enjoy Final Fantasy first I was little. But overall, it is what it is. But overall, it's still a good movie. But it just had the weakest story and some of the character acting, and especially finesse in this movie. But thanks to Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and actually, you know, they had to have played Shaggy before. I really enjoy seeing them in this movie instead than the actors. But overall, I still really enjoy this movie a little bit. It would be a lot worse, but I still enjoy this FNAF movie. But overall, I really enjoy it no matter what, and I still remember it no matter what. But anyways, let's get to the top 5 best movies from this year. Okay, so I know not a lot of you people may not agree with me with this one, the top 5 best spot, but I hope you guys respect my opinion. And that is Leo. I will give you this, guys. Leo was a really great movie. It was really enjoyable and really heartwarming. It was heartwarming and hilarious at the same time. So why did I put Leo in the 5 best spot? Well, the reason why I put on Leo in the top 5 is because this movie was really my favorite from this year. Especially, I really enjoy Adam Sandler forced his letters in this, and the characters were really awesome and heartwarming at the same time. The story was really great, the animation is really great, and I really appreciate how this animation was. The songs were really great too, I'm not gonna lie. The animation and the songs were really great at the same time. And And I really appreciate Adam Sandler, especially some of the kid actors did a great job. And some of the other actors who are human actors, like the real life people, adult actors as well. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I know some of you guys may not like it, and some of you all may have a little bit different of yourselves, but this is my personal opinion, and I really enjoyed this movie. I know Leo may not be the best one from this year, but Leo was a really great movie. I recommend you all to check this one out, but if you guys don't like Leo, that's fine for you all. But I respect your opinions. It's a really great, awesome romance movie. It's awesome, it's hilarious, and I really enjoy it at the same time. Even though Leo may be in the classroom all the time, but he always traveled the world no matter what. Okay, so 23 years ago, you probably may know about Chicken Run, right? Well, pretty much sure a lot of you already know it's been 23 years after the first movie of Chicken Run. But hey, the sequel, however, really warmed the first movie. Now, I know some of you all may not agree with me with this one, but I really enjoyed the sequel of Chicken Run, Dungeons and Nugget. I absolutely enjoyed the first movie as well, and now thanks to the sequel, it's really heartwarming like the first one. Yeah, the sequel is a little bit different, but thanks because of Molly and everything, but I really enjoyed the sequel, especially some of the actors came back, well, except Jindal, Walken, the Weiss brothers. The Watt brothers, you know, and I was a little bit disappointed. But overall, hey, I give you this. I really enjoy how the story was after the first movie. And the animations will always be the same no matter what. And especially how this movie was and really great and awesome at the same time. It's really awesome to see some of the characters return after so long. Even though I wasn't even born when the first movie came out. But overall, I really enjoyed just like the sequel. Is the sequel much better than the first movie? Not really. But I still really love the first movie as well for the sequel. Even though I really cannot wait how that's gonna go for the future for Chicken Run. If they make a third movie, we'll see. But overall, I really enjoyed the sequel. And Matt, if you're watching this, I respect your opinion, man. But overall, Chicken Run, Dungeons and Nuggets is a really great sequel. And it's really awesome at the same time. And I recommend you all to check it out. Okay, now we are talking the number 3's best. And we're getting into one of my favorites my most 3 favorites from this year. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of you might guess what it is. Until we get to the number 1 spot. But anyway, so, the number 3rd spot is Nimona. And I will tell you this. This was a really awesome movie to check out. And I really love everything in this movie. Well, let's just talk about the LGBTQ in it. But anyway, so, I will give you this. This was a really awesome movie. Thank you so much for bringing this movie to life. And thank you so much for Netflix for helping this movie. But hey, if it wasn't for freaking Disney and freaking no Ice Age sequel, none of that would even happen. But hey, I would give you this. I really enjoyed this movie so much. I absolutely loved Nimona in this movie. She was creative. And Chloe Grace did a really wonderful job of voicing her, by the way. Overall, it's a really awesome movie, especially it's awesome at the same time, and I recommend you all check this movie out. But for the ending, however, the movie... yeah, for the ending of the movie, I don't want to spoil you all if you haven't seen it yet, but just keep it a little bit in mind. Just a little bit. But anyway, so, even though I really love this movie so much from Nimona, I just wish they make a sequel. I really love if they make a sequel to this, and I really recommend to see if there was going to be a sequel or not. Probably not, but overall, I really love this movie, especially I love Nimona in this movie, and hey, I really enjoy to see what Nimona has next time, if she ever comes back. Overall, even though she be having the cookiness and everything, cuckoo, she is really awesome and badass at the same time. Okay, we almost there to the number 1's best. But the next movie I want to talk about is something. Yep, for the first movie that came out like 5 to 6 years ago, back in 2018, you guys have should remember the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And oh my god, I love that movie. And for the sequel, however, the sequel really awesome as well. I absolutely love the sequel really much. And the animation really fits so well. The animation looks so wonderful at the same time, and the characters were really awesome, and seeing things in different multiverses is really amazing. I absolutely love this movie so much. As much I love Spider-Man, I'm not really a biggest Spider-Man person, but overall I really enjoy seeing Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy coming back for the sequel. But spoilers at the ending of the movie, by the way. Not no post-credit scene, but just keep that in mind watching to the full movie and you see what I mean. But overall, guys, I really love this sequel. I still love the first movie as well. But hey, I still gotta wait for part 2. Oh boy. Oh well. I hope it comes out maybe in 2025, I guess. Who knows? Because the strike! Now, all the 2023 animated movies out there, sure, I haven't really seen almost every one of them, like Boy the Wonder or anything. I know a lot of you people may know, yes, I haven't really seen Boy and the Wonder. But overall, I haven't really seen almost every single movie studio from Studio Ghibli or whatever that studio called. But I found you guys think it was really awesome at the same time in that. So, yeah, you get the point. But, if I have put Boy in the Wonder, I should have put him on the Baby the Best list. Only honorable mention. Oh well. But this time, I pretty made sure you guys want to know what my number one's best movie of all time this year. And as a big fan, I think a lot of you all may know what this movie is. And I'm so excited for this one. And you already know what it is. I love this movie so freaking much. I know this is not really the best human election entertainment movie out there, but for me, however, as a big Mario fan, I absolutely love this movie so much. And I will give you this. I love this movie very, very much. As a big Mario fan, as I you all know. But overall, I love this movie so much of all time. And you know, I love every single bit of the story. I know a lot of people may not care about the story that much, but I will respect your opinion. The animation's so wonderful, and all the characters, just like the games, are just amazing. Now, for the voice actors, I really enjoy some of them. They really did a good job. I know Chris Pratt wasn't the best Mario out there, but he did a good job. What do you expect? I mean, what's next? He's gonna be in the... Oh yeah, I forgot. My boy Garfield. But we'll get to that later. But anyway, guys. Anyways, back to the Mario movie. I love this movie really much, as you all can know. And you guys already know how this movie was really not what I was expecting. I mean, when I first saw it in the town duet, I really so mind blown after seeing the trailers. Me and my mom have saw the trailers and everything, and I saw this movie in theaters. And I will tell you, holy crap, I love this movie so much. And I understand some of you all may not agree with me, and some of you all think the story is terrible and everything. But you know what? I don't care what you guys said. This is my personal opinion, and I respect your opinion as well. But hey, I love everything in this movie. The Mario Karts, the Mushroom Kingdom, especially the songs like Peaches and that. But my recommendation is if you haven't seen this movie yet, it's on Netflix as well. You guys better check this movie out. It's my personal favorite from this decade. And I'm not gonna be kidding. I absolutely love this movie very much. And you already know how much I love it at the same time. And I love it in my heart. Seriously, sorry. But anyways, I still love this movie so much. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you all check this movie out. And I love everything in this movie. So, if you guys haven't seen it yet, remember what I just said, check it out. And you know, even though I know some of the actors did a great job and the story was a little bit different in the week, I know it's a little bit past facing it, of course. But for me, I love everything in this movie, so. And spoiler of the post-credits scene, and you already know what it is. I can't spoil you if you haven't seen it yet, but you'll see it and see. There's 2 post-credit scenes, but after the end credits, you see something else. I can't wait for the sequel. Even though the sequel is coming up soon, I cannot wait for that too. But for the first movie, I love it so much. And that's why the Super Mario Bros. Movie is the #1 best anime film in 2023, in my opinion. Alright guys, we are finally done. We are finally done with the top 5 best and worst anime films in 2023. I hope you guys respect my opinion for some of the movies I just put on there, and some of you guys may like, oh yeah, I put the Mario movie on the top best, and minutes later, but down the bottom, yeah, whatever. It's your personal opinion, guys, and I respect your opinions, and I still love this movie so much. But overall, now we're finished for 2023, even though we have some great, wonderful anime movies, and some of them were not really great. But overall, I cannot wait to see what 2024 has in stone. And they are... Alright, Chris Pratt, I will give you this. You better not screw up my boy Garfield in this movie, and I really mean it. Even though I really cannot wait for this movie, at least we can finally see our boy Garfield again on the big screen, I just hope Chris Pratt doesn't screw this up with his force. Well, what do you expect? It's celebrities. Hollywood as the example. But even though he was Mario, I will still give this a try, so good luck. I already know this was supposed to be basing off of a book of this movie. I didn't know they was going to be making one of those, but I know this might suck or anything, but I will give it a try. Sadie Chicks is finally getting her spin-off movie? Well, it's about that time. Oh, this is going to be so emotional, isn't it? But hey, at least we finally got our sequel. Oh, this is going to be so awesome, isn't it? And I definitely can't wait. But let me tell you something. Why do we need Awkwafina in this movie? Oh man, I would tell you what. If after the millions wise of Gru and everything, I guess Figure 4 ain't that bad to do. I mean, I know some people may not agree with the sequel, but overall, I give it a watch. You understand how it goes. Okay, so I pretty much sure got 2 reasons. If this comes out this next year, or if it come out in 2025. But if this is coming out next year in 2024, I am so excited to see the final trilogy of this one, of Miles Morales. But if it's coming out in 2025, looks like I have to wait another year for it. But overall, I still be excited when this comes out. Wait, so it was supposed to be R-rated. Who is making? Oh no. I still don't get what this one is, but I'm pretty much sure it's gonna suck. You have no idea about this? Well, Looney Tunes is finally getting another movie. But hey, at least I might check this one out. Okay, I'm not really sure about this, but I see how it goes, I guess. You have no idea how much I'm so excited to see Wallace and Gromit return after so long. And I am so excited for seeing them returning next year. I'm pretty much sure, don't know how this is gonna go, but I pretty much have a little bit of emotions to this. Who knows? I haven't really much heard about this, but if there's a trailer come out or anything, let me know. Okay, so before you guys say anything, yes, I know this is not really an anime movie. This is supposed to be a live-action hybrid movie, but I will give you this. This might be really fun to see. Even if I have saw the trailers, I have a little bit of mixed feelings for this. But I would give it a watch. Okay, this looks really interesting. I'd give it a watch. Okay, Pixar. Okay, so I'm not really sure about this Pixar, but I will see how it goes. And finally, you better make me proud for this movie with Shadow. And I really mean Paramount. Even if I was still live action hybrid the same as If, I would still love. I absolutely love the previous two Sonic live action movies, but for the third one with Shadow, I definitely can't wait. But anyway, guys, hope everyone have a great new year, and I will see you all next year in 2024. See you all later.